Welcome to Conversations with the ERC5. I'm Grace Speroni, and today I am delighted to have with us Dan Brown from Tandem Bagels. Dan, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Grace. How are you today?
I am well, thank you. Very excited to have you here with us. Tandem Bagels, we've been talking about it. We just love the product. Tell us a little bit about the beginnings of Tandem Bagels.
Great. Oh, well, I'm very excited to be here too. So Tandem started in East Hampton. It began with two couples who were looking to change their, just get into a new industry, change up their lifestyle. Chris was an engineer, and he really wanted to get into something new where he could affect change in the community. So he opened up a bagel shop in East Hampton on the Manhan Rail Trail. It's this old train station, and he revitalized that. It's right off Williston campus. And since then, we've grown into a 6-store restaurant group.
Absolutely fabulous. And I love the flagship store and what happened there. And I love Ludlow. And I think everyone else does too. I mean, what has transpired there? It's a beautiful location, right on the river, really. And the fact that you maintain the integrity and all of that with the building, I think just speaks volumes.
Yeah, it was really important to us. It's very similar. We got a very similar feel from it the second we looked at it to the original East Hampton building. You know, we walked in, obviously, we love the revitalization of the Mills, and we love Ludlow. We wanted to be there for a long time. And we happened upon this standalone building right across the street from the Mills, right on the river with all this beautiful natural light. And, you know, it was a shell, a big brick shell, but it had some of the old, they had the old freight elevator, it had some of the old pulley systems and stuff, all the old steel, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking
Structure.
for? Oh, yeah. All the old steel beams and everything. And we saw that and we said, this is us. You know, this just screams Tandem, and it reminded us of East Hampton. And so what we did, you know, how do you give a building like that the respect that it deserves? We tried to maintain that as much as possible. So, you know, make it feel like us, but yeah. I mean, there was you could still see train tracks running from one end of the building to the other when we walked in there. It was amazing.
Well, as a lifelong resident of Ludlow, and I got to tour that building before you came in and all of that. That's why I was so excited by it. And I don't know that there's anyone who is a original resident of Ludlow, let's say, who doesn't have a family member who at some time worked there, and to be able to see like the history of it, but it's still being preserved. It's just so exciting. Yeah,
it's amazing. And it's right on the Riverwalk. Most of our stores, all of them but West Springfield, are almost directly accessible to all the old rail trails. So it's become a part of who we are. It's
your commitment to keeping us healthy. You get us, you know, we get our bagels, and then we hit the paths. So thank you for thinking that way. I like that. I don't know if it was intentional.
It was, but,
it was. You know, great job, Chris and Andrea. And you know what? They have done a great job, because we were talking about that, the culture, and you get that vibe. It doesn't matter if you're in East Hampton or if you're in Ludlow or if you're in West Springfield. You always get that vibe. There's just this great teamwork happening. And I think that's so amazing. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's always a priority to us to maintain that culture. And like we were talking about before the cameras were rolling, the bigger you get, the harder it becomes to maintain that, you know, and it comes from hiring the right people. There are two of our greatest resources are the people who support us, are the guests who support us on a day in, day out basis, and the people who come in and work for our brand. And we, you know, it starts with us trying to make sure that they feel a part of the family and taken care of. As corny as that sounds, you know, we are one big family. I mean, as far as a restaurant group our size, we've made it a priority to offer extensive benefit packages. We want everybody who comes in to have fun, but also feel taken care of and have an opportunity to grow. I mean, our entire admin team started somewhere in the cafes and has grown and developed into what we are now. So
That is beautiful. I love that. And I don't want to take away from talking about the menu.
Yeah.
The bagels are phenomenal. Why are they so delicious?
Well, honestly, it's freshness. You know, fresh, never frozen. We do use quality ingredients, but you cannot beat a bagel being baked in the morning and driven out to the cafes. I mean, if you get there at 7 o'clock, they're still warm, you know. It's special. It's special. And we're committed to high quality ingredients. We still work with a lot of local vendors. Even, you know, the bigger we get, the harder that becomes. But we use Maple Line Farm milks. We use Arnold's Meats over in Chicopee. We try as best we can to maintain that hometown feel and also take care of other local businesses, you know.
And that's another reason why I love you guys so much. It is about supporting your business community. You support the community as a whole, but then also other local businesses. And that's such a beautiful thing because that's how we're all going to succeed.
Yeah,
It is all about community and supporting each other. And that way we're all here for the long run. And great things happen.
Yeah, it's important for sure.
You guys are great. And you're supportive of just about everything. You know, we came to you when you opened and we introduced you to some of our friends from the Alzheimer's Association. And, you know, before we could even get the ask, it was like, yes, we're there. You were there to support us in Holyoke at Holyoke Community College. You were phenomenal when the chamber came to you and said, hey, we've got a golf tournament. You were like, how can we help? And you do that everywhere.
Yeah, every community that we exist in. You know, public schools in particular. My wife is a teacher in Northampton Public Schools, and I know how hard that is. So taking care of the teachers on Teacher Appreciation Week, being a constant presence for any events they have, Girls on the Run, you know, empowering young girls to get out and take care of themselves. And there's too many to name. But whatever community we exist in, it's super important for us to be involved in any way we can.
And you are. And we've only touched on just a few, but there are so many out there. I want everyone to know that.
Yeah, career days,
you have
you know.
always been there, and how can we help? And you're there. And we are very appreciative of that.
We've gone to Holyoke High Career Day 4 years running now. We're one of the longest tenured groups that comes in to show kids that they're, especially at that age, you know, that they're, if you're not going to go to school, or even if you are going to go to school and find that college isn't for you, there's opportunities. If you show up to a place and give it your all and buy in, there's opportunities to make careers anywhere.
Exactly. And kids need to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we ask so much of them as juniors and seniors. Make lifetime decisions. I can't even decide what I want to do when I grow up. And we expect 17-year-olds to know all of that. But for them to know that, hey, regardless of where your career path's going to take you, think about us. We're here to support you. If you're going to college and you need a job, we're here.
Yeah.
If maybe you want to explore possibilities in restaurant or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that you've got someone in the community that you can turn to.
Yeah, and that's one of the most rewarding parts about my role, and I know all of our admin team feels the same. Like sometimes bringing in kids who start in high school and stay through college and then stay and end up managing stores and moving up and taking on other roles. Watching them develop the professional skills to succeed with us or elsewhere, you know, is the most rewarding part of being in the role that I'm in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that is phenomenal and very appreciated by all of us in the community. So I have to ask you, what's your favorite bagel?
Hot and spicy.
Really?
For sure.
Oh, you knew that right away.
I do, yeah. I don't get that question. I don't get asked that as often as you would think, but it is my go-to if I'm feeling indecisive any given morning. I'm going for a hot and spicy. Jalapeno dough with pepper jack cheese baked on top.
Wow. Okay, that is really good.
Our most popular is everything.
Decisive.
Yeah.
I love, and that's my favorite.
Yep.
Is the everything.
Yeah.
I love it. But then the staff must think, oh gosh, it's that woman again. But like when I go in there and it's like, oh, today I want to try this sandwich, but what would go with it?
We love that.
And they're great with, try the Asiago. It would, balance with. And I'm like, oh, I never thought about it. And it's like, okay, I'll do it.
We love that because I can be a creature of habit too, and I can get stuck with what works. And then, but I mean, we have at any given time 26 to 30 flavors of bagel on. We love broadening people's horizons and pushing them into trying new stuff.
And it's not just bagels. There's so much more because I do a lot of breakfast meetings with other businesses at Tandem, but it's like we can also do lunch.
Yeah. Yep.
And you carry us with our smoothie. There's so much there.
Yeah, and all of that stuff, salads, lunch sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches, bagels with cream cheese. You can get all of that catering for those events that you're talking about too.
Yeah, and you're hosting a coffee hour for us in Ludlow soon.
Yep.
So, and that's the space up there is phenomenal for it because you actually do have a quiet room. I call it a boardroom. That's probably not what it was, but it is somewhere where you can go if you've got 5 or 6 that are meeting. You can call ahead and reserve the space, and you can have a private meeting there, which is wonderful. So our time is coming to a close. But where do you see Tandem Bagels going? Is there continued growth? Where can we expect you to pop up next?
I mean, we want to keep doing what we're doing in as many different communities and as many different towns as we can. I don't know if you know, but a lot of people do. Obviously, we have a building in Westfield, another historic train station. That build out is we have to make sure it gets the care that it deserves. That build out's going to take a little longer than expected. There is a little something in the works between now and Westfield, which will be probably around the beginning of 2027. But that's all I can.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got to keep our eyes open and see what might be happening. I know that
news will be coming down the pipe soon.
Okay, we'll be watching, and I'll continue to get on the pike to get to Westfield so I can see what transpires there because that's exciting.
Yeah, that building is gorgeous too. Yeah.
I love that you look for like these great buildings with great bones.
Yeah,
that's phenomenal. So for our viewers who want to know more about Tandem Bagel. Or maybe we've got a viewer who's like, hey, I could use a job. Maybe there's a career for me there. They've liked what they've heard. What's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
So head to tandembagelco.com. We have a informational email, info@tandembagelco.com. If anybody has any questions at all, they can ask us there. You can also come see us at any one of our 6 locations, Ludlow, West Springfield, Hadley, East Hampton, Florence, or Northampton. And then if you're looking for a job, we are on Indeed. So that's typically the best place to apply, but you can also apply through the website. So
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dan. It was such a pleasure having you here with us today.
Yeah, the pleasure's all mine.
Thank you for making time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for tuning in for Conversations with the ERC5. If you'd like to be the next guest here at Stonegate Studios in Wilbraham, go to our website at erc5.com and you can sign up there.